This was 4.0C, right? And we did the back side of it, right? That's really what we looked at. So let's make sure that we're good with this. So double check it. Well, somebody, Sam, will you hit the number 2 button on that? Thank you. Yeah. Just show me tomorrow. Show me on Friday. Crystal, I got you covered. All right. I'm looking for what I wanted to have, and I don't know where I put it. Where is share? Let's see, high school, CCH. Yeah. That was worksheets 4.0C. What? Sure. All right. Woo! There we go. I think we can make it work. Come on. All right, here we go. 4.0C, said down, it was the back side. So I just want to make sure we did this. Now, help me out. Did I work any on the back? Did I work out any on the back during class? No. All right, so on the back, my point is 0, -7. That's my y-intercept, which is down here. I have a slope of 1/4. It's not up there, is it? Well, I tell you, this is like a Monday or something. I'm getting all goofed up. Okay. 548. All right, there we go. Yay. I think we're officially ready. All right, so 0, -7 is the point because of this. And then I'm going to go up 1, right 4. And there's my line. And just to keep it consistent, I'm going to go over to number 10. My point on number 10, I get -5, +1. Why is it a -5, friends? It was in the parentheses. So -5, 1. Slope, -3/4. So from this point, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the dots. Call it good. You guys writing this down if you need it? You want to take notes, Copeland, or you just want to sit there? Oh, I don't care. All right, point. What's my point on number 11? Zero, -2, right? And then I have a slope of 2/7, so I'm going to go up 2, right 7. Connect my dots. Looks good. So I've noticed a couple of you, some of you are putting like horizontal lines for every answer. Friends, the only time a horizontal line is correct is if it's y equals a number and a number only and nothing else but a number. Okay? So if you just sit there and keep putting, if you keep giving me answers that look like this, you're wrong. Okay? There isn't a teacher in this building that would have every one of the problems be a horizontal line. Okay? It's the student being lazy. Okay? All right, so I'm missing something out here. If I'm missing something, it's nothing. And nothing is what in math? 0. So my point's negative 5 comma 0. What's my slope? There's a negative out front, though. Negative 1 over 1. Very good. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1. Connect the dots. I'm going to take notes. Keep your earbud in. What? All right. So if you look at number 12 versus number 13, notice my point here. Look what happened with my point. The reason why that point was the y-intercept and it wasn't taken out is it was not in parentheses. I still have the same slope. So I'm going to go down 1, right 1. Looks like that. 14, what's my point? One comma 10. So 1 comma 10's up here, right? I put it in the wrong spot. 1 comma 10's here. Slope is what? 1 over 1. So I'm going to go up 1, right 1. It's like, yeah, but it went off the graph. Oh, it's okay. We'll make it work. I'm not asking you to patronize me. If you don't want to be here, go take a hike. If you want to just sit in my class and just eat nonstop and not do a thing, go sit in your dean's office. I have this recorded. You can watch it. Okay, some of you are like, oh, I'm doing really bad in your class. I wonder why. All right, it's in parentheses. It comes out. Close. Negative 7, 0. Slope is 2 over 3. Up 2, right 3. Cancels. There it goes. What's my point on number 16? 0, 8. What's my slope? Negative 1 over 1. Down 1, right 1. Okay? Now number 17. What's my point? Good. Slope. 6 over 1. Up 6, right 1. Second dot. Connect the dots. Yeehaw. Okay. Point on number 18. Negative 6, 2. Negative 6, 2. And then 5 over 3 is my slope. Very good. Up 5, right 3. Connect the dots. La-ti-da. That is what it looks like. Okay? Tuesday next week, we're going to have a quiz. Part of that quiz, there'll be a review on Monday, but part of that quiz is going to have this type of stuff. Okay? We good? All right. So I'm going to go through just a couple of the problems. Just take a look at it. I want to make sure you have a pretty fine understanding. When we are undoing this, it's a thought process that comes down to something called inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is an important skill for you. You guys want to know what inductive reasoning is? Because I haven't figured it out yet. Have you ever gone to a buffet and had lots of food? You know in the buffet where they have those orange lamps that are heating up the food, and there's usually a sticker on the thing right above it that says caution hot? Yeah. Okay, if you're anything like me, you touch it, and you're like, oh, that is hot. That's kind of inductive reasoning. Okay, if it says wet paint, what are you going to do? Go and touch it. He's like, man, it is wet. Duh. They told you. I mean, I kid you not. This is kind of the reasoning of duh. So we want to figure out what number we could put in for the variable that would solve the equation. So if we take a look at, say, problem number 2. I'm going to draw this line straight down. We've done this a few times already. I just want to make sure you feel comfortable. Would you all feel comfortable if I were to subtract 4 from both sides? And those cancel out, right? And what I do to one side of the equal sign, I have to do to the other, correct? All right. So if I have 1/2 x, would it make sense if I multiplied by 2 over 1? And 2 over 1 is the same thing as 2. And those cancel out, and that leaves me x equals 16. Okay? We've seen that before, right? Okay, it's not impossible. Okay. So, are we okay on number 2? Like everyone feels comfortable what we did on number 2? Number 2 and number 3 are similar. 1 and 4 are pretty simple. So let's get down here. So notice, is it the exact same problem for number 5 and number 6? Okay, so on number 5 it says, hey, we want to distribute first, which would give me this. Do you agree? And then I can just do this. So add 6, 3x equals 27. Divide by 3, and you get what? X equals 9. Very good. Now, the second problem over here is the exact same problem, but it says, hey, divide by 3 first. So those cancel. Notice I didn't distribute. I just divided it. So I get to there. Add 2, because 21 over 3 is 7. Add 2 to both sides, so x equals 9. Yeah?
Doesn't matter which way we do that.
My friend? Do I have the same answer on both?
Yeah.
Did you answer your question?
Yeah.
So number 6, rather than distributing over the parentheses, I divided the lead coefficient 3 to both sides first. I didn't distribute it over the parentheses. So the nice thing about doing this, 2 different ways get you to the exact same thing. You guys ever go out for a hike? If you haven't, you should. Okay, we have some beautiful hikes here. So a lot of times if you have the map and you're looking at the map, and let's say you know that at the end of the hike that you're going to do, there's going to be a nice lake or a nice river or a nice something. Well, a lot of times they'll be like, you can go take the hike this way or you can take the hike this way, and they still get to the same outcome. So the hikes, they might have been a little bit different process of getting to someplace, but you get the same location. If I wanted to go from here down to King Soopers, I could walk across campus, go through that weird zigzag thing up by those weird houses that I'm sure they love, all the students walking by, down the steps around the corner to King Soopers, or I could probably go out, all the way to the street light, turn left, walk down the sidewalk, and then go into King Soopers that way too. Now, which way is more fun? Going the zigzag way, especially when you get the angry old man. Why are you walking in my front yard? And you're like, yeah, right. It's like, Stirp, how do you know this stuff? So for both of these, do you think I'm going to worry if you did it on as number 5 or number 6? If your answer is the same on both, I'd say you do what's most comfortable for you. Now, later in math, they might say, hey, there's a quicker way of doing this, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of like both methods. I don't think there's one that's better than the other, but I've also been teaching for way longer than I should have. But, it's good. I enjoy it, though. All right. So, with that known, take a look down below. I have 8, 9, 10, 11. There's probably more. Yep, that's just the bottom of the page. That's the bottom of the page, right? Okay, 11 looks like a good one because you know what? We're all scared of fractions, right? We don't like fractions. It's the F word in math. Now, let me ask you this, friends. Let me ask you this. We're looking at number 11. You still with me on this one? I have a 1/2 out front. So I can multiply both sides by 2 first, 2 over 1, which is the same thing as 2. And I can get rid of the half. Or, what's half of 4? What's half of 10? Can I distribute and get this? So I get to that. What do you think? Yeah, there you go. Oh, don't use that pen. That's the magic pen that goes bye-bye. And then divide by 2, right? So x equals 6. Now, if you were that student that said, hey, I'm going to multiply both sides, if you multiply both sides by 2, you'd come out with this, which just basically going quickly comes out the same exact answer. Which way is better? It doesn't matter. It's however your mind sees how to work the problem. Okay? So, kind of a funny story. I grew up in Arizona, and my friends and I, our parents all had nice boats. So we go to this lake in Arizona called Apache Lake. Apache Lake, to get to Apache Lake, it was, in my opinion, the prettiest lake in Arizona that nobody went to. And the reason why people didn't like going to Apache Lake is there was a dirt road that dropped you from the top of the Mogollon Rim to the bottom. And it was like pretty steep. And people didn't like driving down this dirt road because at the very top, you had about a 1,200-foot drop that if you went off the road, you weren't going to make it. But we liked going there because there was no one there. So I remember my buddy Andy said, I'm going to go to Apache Lake, and the way he chose to go is he said, I'm going to go all the way around Roosevelt Lake and then come in that way, because that way you didn't have to go down Fish Creek Hill. Me and all the rest of the guys, we're like, we're going down Fish Creek Hill. So the way that Andy chose to get to the lake with his parents' boat took him about 3 hours. How me and all the rest of the guys got down the hill is, first off, I had a Chevy Blazer I was driving, so I put it in 4 low, real low grinding gear, first gear, and just went down this really pretty treacherous hill in first gear 4 low, where the top speed 4 low first gear is about 2.5 miles an hour. So what's funny is I'm going down the hill. My buddy Matt, he's doing the same thing in his Jeep in 4 low first gear, going down the hill, pulling a boat. And the guys that are in our vehicles get out of the vehicles, and they walk down the hill faster than we were able to drive our vehicles with the boats attached down the hill. We got our boats in the water, get everything set up on the boats, and we still don't see Andy. He took the easy way. He took the way that was much longer. It was all paved roads going around Roosevelt Lake, come in the backside, go over the dam for Apache Lake. Huh? Dam without an N. You are. You are. I don't want it. I won't be here tomorrow, so you choose. You pick. Don't throw it away. Anybody hungry? Trust me? No? Anyone trust me? Go next door. Mr. Lefebvre will give you the soup. Maybe. Yes. All right. So let's get to the backside of your paper. You with me? So what looks different about the backside?
You didn't finish your story.
Oh, so the light of the story is we got to the lake, and so did Andy. We got there much faster, going down. Oh, I could exaggerate, but it was one of those that if you started slipping on the dirt because you didn't have the right kind of vehicle pulling a boat, you were going to go. I mean, I kid you not. You had to go past Canyon Lake, past Tortilla Flats, come around the bend, top of the Mogollon Rim, drop straight. I mean, it was like. But we all got to the same thing. Andy took the easy route, took him longer. We took the harder route. We were water skiing before he was even close to having his boat in the water. All right, so take a look. Let's take a look at number 15. My friends, the 2 colors that I'm going to pick are these. That's not my phone. All right, so I have yellow and pink. Do you agree that yellow and pink highlighter are both on the left side of the equal sign? Does that make sense? All right, well, 7x minus 3x is what? 7 minus 3? 4, so I get 4x. 10 added to 5 is? Can you solve that now? Okay. All right, let's take a look at another one. Make sure we feel comfortable with it. On this one, I just have those values. So what is negative 5 plus 8, or 8 minus 5? Yeah.
All right, I have a question about
Yes.
So how do we know not to add 7 because
There's a subtraction sign in front of the 3.
uh,
Okay. So same thing on this one. If I combine these together, what is 8x minus 5x? 3. Can you solve that now? Okay. Last one I want to take a look at. This one right here. See this 3 right here? It's right in front of parentheses. Agreed? So I'm going to distribute to both of those. So I get 2x, and then 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, equals 4. Those are like terms. Agree? What's 2x and 5x? Or 2x and 3x? Sturp said the answer is 5x. So solve those. All right. So let's not worry about that. All right. So my friends, I have a plan, but I'm going to do number 19 before I get to that plan. Number 19. We got our favorite item there. We got the fraction. Agree? Well, let's combine those together first. Is that okay? And then maybe we can combine these together. We'll see. All right, let's see what we do. 7 minus 3. 3/4 and 1/4. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 over 4 is what? Solve that. Okay? So, my friends, this worksheet, does this worksheet says 4.1 at the top of the front page? Can you flip it over real quick? So, 4.1, I will go over in a video for tomorrow. You still with me? I'm going to go over that in a video tomorrow. Show me Friday this worksheet 4 points. Okay? Now, there will be a second worksheet that the sub will give you. The sub is going to give you worksheet 4.2. My friends, I highly encourage you. Please watch my video and get that worksheet that's sitting in front of you done by using my worksheet. Now, if you're just watching the video and just writing it down, and you're like, well, I don't really get this. Did you watch the video? No, I just copied down what you wrote. Learn it. Then the sub's going to give you worksheet 4.2 tomorrow, in which I will go over a couple of them. So make sure. So does everyone understand where I'm finding 4.1 and 4.2? It's at the very top of the worksheet. Does that make sense? Cool. So you have the rest of the period. Knock this out.